Hello. Alright, so in this video I'm going to open up some Matchbox cars that I found. So my day job took me back to Ohio, which is where I'm originally from, and while there I went Hot Wheel hunting. I ended up finding more Matchbox than Hot Wheels, but as you can see, some of the stuff is kind of newer. I did find part of the Golf series. Some of you guys might have found that. I haven't found it anywhere. I currently live in Virginia, so I was able to pick one car up, the Nissan Laurel, and I was able to find that up in Ohio. So there's that one. I'm not going to be opening on this one on camera because I just don't have the whole set yet. I still haven't found all of the Fast and Furious cars yet either. I found the Lamborghini Murcielago LP 570-4 Superleggera. These had to make it on my carry-on in the plane. So most of these cards kind of got a little bent on the plane ride home, but I still found them. I'm going to keep these in the cards until I find the rest of them. So I'm sorry to disappoint you on that one, but I will be opening up the super fast, even though I don't have all of those. So hopefully that'll make up for it. I also found the opening doors for the other Matchbox cars, and then I found some new of the basic main lines. So let's get started with the mainline cars. We've got the 89 Chevy Blazer 4x4. And I believe I had something similar to this as a kid. I know Hot Wheels, I think, made one. You're probably familiar with that casting. It was in like the sports series or something like that. And that one used to have, I think, opening doors on it. So this one is the Matchbox version, and this one does not have opening doors. But it's a nice, clean design. I can take a look and see what it says off camera here about the thing on the side, the tampo on the side. I actually cannot read that on right off the top, but there's a clean, nice Chevy Blazer. They did well. Doesn't have the suspension as of old, but it does have a little bit of give. So if you're looking for customization, this might be a cool truck to pick up. It's pretty much a clean slate, being a white and pink color and cool chassis. So let's not spend too much time on the mainline cars. We're going to go probably in the area of interest next. I just picked up the Jeep Cherokee Police. So we have two law enforcement type vehicles, both 4x4s. These are pretty cool. So there you go, two tampos, one on the side, one on the other side. And this is a pretty cool casting. Jeeps are always kind of popular. It does have a hitch, which is nice. You can pull some of those trailers that Matchbox has been making. So this is a hard toss: the Mercedes Unimog or the Ford pickup. So let's go to the Unimog. We're going to open up that. This is a fantastic deco on this car. Fantastic tampos. This one has a trailer hitch as well, but that is amazing. It's got tampos on the side here. I believe this matches, Milton matches the name on the side. If it'll focus here, sorry about that. If it focuses, I believe that is on the Real Working Rigs truck. And I might pull that up really fast to take a look. But yeah, there's the Unimog. So you've got that. Like I said, I apologize. I wonder if it's going to focus. It's not focusing. I apologize. So, yeah, I'm going to look that up really fast again. Sorry for that. Yes, Milton is on the Real Working Rigs as well. So, they are supposed to apparently be working for the same company. It's probably not to scale exactly, but that's what it is. So it's kind of cool. Now we have the 35 Ford pickup, which is probably the most popular of this case. I'm not quite sure on Matchbox cases. I still haven't figured that all out yet. If you guys know, let me know. I'm still working on that stuff, but I do like finding these cars. So this one is fantastic. It's kind of a rat rod looking thing. Great tampos on the side. There's the top. So yeah, there you go. There are the mainline cars. So let's get into the functioning doors, but I think these were just under $2. So these don't have like the rubber tires or the kind of more tampoed type graphics. We're gonna start off with the 68 Volkswagen Type 3 Fastback. And I believe a lot of these, since Lesney, there was like the Lesney Matchbox thing, I think a lot of these might be very old castings from that, because they're just kind of very basic, very primitive, but with opening doors. And that's kind of back when Matchbox and Lesney had those types of features. So some of these might be old Lesney castings. They might have retooled them. They might not have. I'm not entirely sure. This is just my guess. If I'm wrong, you guys can let me know. But this is pretty cool, pretty detailed. It's got the blue windshield. I don't know. Probably would have looked better if it was clear, but it does have a rear tampo and it does have a front tampo. So functioning doors, not too bad for just under $2. Next up is the Nissan Xterra, 2000 Nissan Xterra. Now, I'm not quite sure what the popularity of these is going to be. I'm opening them on camera for you guys. Some of you might keep them in package because who knows, they might jump up in value because they might not produce a whole lot of these. I'm trying to get this back to close, and the Xterra is kind of hard to get the rear to close. So, not full fit and finish, but it is there. It does work. So there you go on that, and it doesn't quite match the paint on the side. It's a little darker. The plastic's a little darker than the metal sides, but it does have a front tampo and side tampo, and then obviously the lift gate is with tampos. So that's kind of cool. Probably just a nice casting to try out on. Probably the highlight of the bunch is the 64 Pontiac Grand Prix. I showed my dad this car, showing him my haul when I had made it home, because I stay with my parents when I go there for work. And he had said, or had mentioned, that this car looks exactly like the one he had as a kid, which I'm pretty sure this is how it reminded me that this is probably like Lesney type castings and way old toolings that they're probably digging back up. Because this car, I believe my dad had one very similar in purple Pontiac with opening doors from back in the 60s, late 60s, early 70s. So yeah, I think they're digging way back. This one doesn't have front tampos, doesn't have rear tampos, barely has a side tampo on the side of it. But this is a cool car. Probably the highlight of the opening features and the moving parts. That's right, I guess they're called moving parts. So, as I said, I don't have all of the 50th anniversary super fast. I wasn't able to find the whole collection of these just yet, but I am going to open them. I'm going to open them in the order I kind of like them, meaning least interested to most interested. First up is the Volkswagen. Let's see, what is this thing? 59 Volkswagen 23 microbus, which I believe is in reference to how many windows are on the bus. And there are a lot of windows on this bus. So yeah, let's go ahead and open this up. There is the bus. And again, the only real difference kind of between these are the tires, the rubber tires, and probably a little bit more deco. And this has no window up top. So it might be 23 windows, but that window is not there. They don't have plastic on that. So probably just in case you couldn't open the door, you might be able to stick your finger through there. But the doors are not too hard to open. It's a very nice, clean looking bus. I'm not quite sure if the rims are fitting for this vehicle. That's just my taste, my take. Probably why I'm not real interested in the microbuses. I know a lot of people are. I have preferences. I'm not really that interested, but yep, there's the box for it. So that's kind of cool. All right, so now we're gonna open up the Range Rover. We've got the 2018 Range Rover LWB. And I'm a fan of Range Rovers. I'm not a big fan, I don't know what you would call it, but I am a fan of Range Rovers, so this one is kind of cool. We're going to see what the fit and finish is like on this Range Rover. Let's see if it closes better than the Xterra, and it does. So that would make sense. These are closer to $6. Hopefully a $6 car would close a little better than a $2 car. But this is a stunning blue paint, brown interior. The rims fit nicely on it. They did really well with this, and I like that. So this might sit on my desk for a little while. I cycle kind of through cars on my desk, and this will probably be on it because that's just a really cool looking vehicle. All right, and lastly, we have the Honda S200. It just, for some reason, this car in yellow just reminds me of the Engineering Explained car. I know he had one. And there's also somebody else kind of who has the yellow car. But I just, that's the iconic, in my opinion, iconic Honda S2000 color is the yellow. So they did really well with this one. I'm not quite sure how the gold around the rims is working for me. I understand it, but it's, they probably just could have left it black and that would have been just fine. But yep, gold around the rims, rear tampo, front tampo. The engine is highly detailed. It's kind of hard to see. There we go. Yep. There's that straight six. So highly detailed car. The hood does close very nicely. They did really well with this. So there you go. There's the Honda S2000. For me, it's really as a toss between the Land Rover and the Honda S2000. Those are really kind of cool. I do like the Pontiac, and I like the Ford pickup. I like the Unimog. And this was just a great haul. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks a lot. Let me know if there's anything in your area that you're finding, or if you found the complete collection of some of these. Like I said, the 50th Superfast, I didn't find all of them just yet. When I do find them, or if I find them, I'll open them up for you guys as well. So thanks a lot, and happy collecting.